how does global positioning system work? So for that, first we need to know how to measure the distance using some DSP computational techniques, or else you need to call some equations. So you know that distance is equals to travel time into speed of light. Distance is equals to travel time into speed of light, where travel time is taken by the signals to reach the receiver, which travels at speed of light. For this, you need to see the diagram this. So in this, from that, where so by using triliteration principle, we will be able to find out the distance is equals to travel time travel time into speed of light, where the travel time is the time taken by the signals to reach the receiver, which travels at the speed of light, and distance measured helps to locate the point of interest on face of earth, where the travel time is the time taken by the signals to reach the receivers, which travels at speed of light, and the distance measured helps to locate the point of interest on face of earth. See in this diagram, here we have how many satellites? 3. The fourth satellite is used to reconfirm and enhance the position of the point of interest. The fourth satellite is used to reconfirm and enhance the position of point of interest of a receiver. So the receiver determines the three-dimensional position. The receiver determines the three-dimensional position of the point of interest with the information from the fourth satellite. The receiver determines the 3D position of the point of interest with the information from the fourth satellite. Precision increases with increase in the number of satellite in the vicinity. Precision increases with increase in the number of satellite in vicinity. So for calculating this pseudo range calculation, the GPS satellite which orbit the Earth twice a day transmits and broadcasts the signals. GPS satellites which orbits the Earth twice a day transmits or broadcasts the signals, and the same two frequencies is called L1 and L2. A GPS satellite which orbit the Earth twice a day transmits or broadcasts the signals on the same two frequencies called L1 and L2. The primary signal is broadcast on L1. The primary signal is broadcast on L1 and is modulated with two information signals called C by A and P, coarse or acquisition code and precise code. Coarse and acquisition code are precise code. This signal undergoes spread spectrum modulation technique. This signal undergoes spread spectrum modulation technique that basically consists of a carrier signal that is repeatedly invited, having 180 degrees phase shift. Therefore, the replica of precise code is this signal undergoes a spread spectrum modulation technique that basically consists of a carrier signal that is repeatedly inverted, having 180 degrees phase shift. The replica of the precise code is broadcast on second frequency is called L2. In addition to transmitting a specific phase change spectrum or pattern, in addition to transmitting a specific phase change pattern, additional data is also added to the signal. Additional data is also added to the signal, which comprises of the navigation message. Navigation message. This message has the information. This message has the information needed to calculate this information needed to calculate the current position of the satellite at the time of transmission. So you need to calculate the current position of the satellite. The current position of the satellite. The signal generator consisting of 10 bits shift registers generates the C by A code pattern. Which act as the input to this one I have done. So which is act as the input to exclusive OR gate. This will be act as a exclusive OR gate or XOR gate. The resulting digital output is referred to as pseudo random number of or the pseudo origin number. Okay. In order to receive the spread spectrum signal, the receiver must know the desired pseudo random noise sequence. In order to receive the spread spectrum signal, the receiver must know the desired PRM. Desired pseudo random noise sequence. And the receiver searches for specific satellites by generating its own copy of the sequence and shifting the pattern that matches with the transmitted pattern. The receiver searched for specific satellites. The receiver sets satellites. And the next one is satellite clock. See, this shows that schematic representation of pseudo range calculation. How to calculate the pseudo range. So this is the schematic diagram. See, in this schematic representation, you need to see the receiver clock and satellite clock. Between receiver and satellite clock, we have an antenna. So antenna will functioning like both the antenna, transmitter as well as receiver. Then what is the feature of global positioning system? What is the feature of global positioning system? The United States of America has a monopoly on satellite-based navigation currently. The United States of America has a monopoly on satellite-based navigation currently. Europe, Russia, China, and even India are in process of launching new system. Europe, Russia, China, and even India are in the process of launching a new systems to bring their own global positioning system. So up to not designing the satellite or GPS, they're following only United States of America GPS system only. But these countries are going to process of launching a new system to bring their own global positioning system. The ground technology is also becoming more advanced. The ground technology is also becoming more advanced, such as existing global positioning system. Ground technology is also becoming more advanced, such that the existing global positioning system network can pinpoint location to within an accuracy of 30 centimeters. This is existing system network can pinpoint location to within an accuracy of 30 centimeters. So either of these technologies may not be widely available. Either these technologies may not be widely available anytime soon. But interesting changes are on the way for new technology, or on the way for a new technology. So this is the future of global positioning system. So before launching these four countries a new system to bring their own global positioning system, they're following only United States of America GPS only. After that, until that, this America has a monopoly on satellite based navigation. So when these four countries introduced a process of launching a new system, then America has not a monopoly. So here, these four countries, ground technology is also becoming more advanced, as that existing GPS network can pinpoint the location to within an accuracy of 30 centimeters. Then coming to applications of global positioning system. Applications of global positioning system. Applications of global positioning system. Through initially designed for the military global positioning system. Initially, initially The GPS system used for the GPS system designed for what? Only military applications. Okay, designed for military applications. So this system today is used for military as well as civilian extensively. The application of GPS include for finding location. So how will able to finding the location? So determining the position. So if you determine the position, then only you will able to trace the location. Then navigation, moving from one location to another location. Then you will able to find out the navigation. Then tracking. So you will able to track the exact position of the target or object with the help of navigation and location. So if you don't know the location, means you are not able to find out the navigation, or you are not able to track the object or target. Next, mapping, creating maps of the world. So with the help of global positioning system only, we will able to create the maps. So how we will able to create the maps means with the help of location, navigation and tracking. So once if we create the maps of the world, what will happen to the next last one? Timing, informing the world about precious time. So these are the major applications what we will get from the global positioning system. These are the 5 major applications for global positioning system. Coming to advantages. See, there are plenty of advantages are available for global positioning system, which are it provides reliable information, among which we will take a few. We'll take here only 4. It provides reliable information. It provides reliable information as it is updated constantly. It provides reliable information as it is updated constantly. And it allows the determination of exact location, and it allows the determination of exact location, distance and speed. It allows the determination of exact location, distance and speed. Then the third one is permit to tracking and measuring the weather conditions. Permit to track and tracking and measuring weather conditions. Then the last and major advantage of global positioning system is technology is available free of cost only, mostly. Yes or no? Nowadays the technology is available for free of cost only. So here we have 4 major advantages for global positioning system. Those are, it provides reliable information as it is updated constantly. It means that regularly the information whatever we are receiving from global positioning system through satellites or through your transmitter and receivers, antennas, so that will be going to update constantly. So each and every minute it is going to update, and It allows determination of exact location, and it allows the determination of exact location, distance and speed, and also if you require latitude, longitude also. And it permits the tracking and measuring the weather conditions. Why it permits means, see, if we require, then only we're able to take the weather conditions. Then last one is, nowadays the technology is available free of cost mostly. Then coming to disadvantages, we have a few disadvantages for global positioning system. Those disadvantages of global positioning systems are: global positioning system satellite signals, GPS satellite signals, are too weak when compared to phone signals. Why? The GPS signals, GPS satellite signals are radio signals. So because that reason, those signals are weak when compared to the phone signals. And global positioning GPS work less efficiently when indoor, underwater, under trees and so on. Why means, so when you are in an indoor, so maybe you are unable to receiving the signal, you are not able to receiving the signal, you are unable to receive the signal. Then at that time you are unable to tracking the system, you are unable to tracking the system, and you are unable to tracing the location, navigation, timing and mapping. All these parameters you are unable to note it down, right? So underwater means also same the thing. Compared to indoor, it is very difficult to working efficiently. Under trees also. So and so on. We have a few also. So in those areas, you are unable to, this GPS will not able to tracking the system efficiently, or tracing the system efficiently, or finding the location efficiently. So because of that reason, these two are major disadvantages of global positioning system. So this is the basic information, basic introduction for global positioning system. See, today we are discussing only introduction of a global positioning system. So in that we are discussing the architecture of a global positioning system. Here we have a 3 sub segments. Okay, you need to write these 3 sub segments, and for each and every segment you need to write at least a minimum 2 main points. After that you need to draw this diagram, and you need to explain with the help of an example. Then this is the architecture, right? Then next, how to work, or working principle of global positioning system, how it will work. With the help, how it works means with the help of trilateration principle only it will work. So with the help of that only we'll able to calculate the distance. Distance d is equals to, what is the formula? Distance d is equals to travel time into speed of light. Like that you will able to find out the distance. So with the help of pseudo range, sorry, for finding pseudo range calculation, you need to use two frequency bands, L1 and L2. You know it. And the primary signal is broadcast on only L1, and it is modulated with the two information signals called course and acquisition and precise code. These two are important from the working principle. Okay, and in the position of receiver, using trilateration principle, we are going to calculating two-dimensional only, not three-dimensional. So here, if you have a two-dimensional, means by default what will happen? First, we need to find out the location of the first satellite. After that, you need to merging that to second one. Then we will get it the overlap. At that time, adding data from third satellite will provide more accurate position of the point. This is also one more important point. This is the future scope of global positioning system. Okay. So now we are going to discussing